Settle down, please. A very good evening to one and all. We are honored to have dignified guests and dignitaries among us today. We have with us Mr. Arun S. Bhatnagar, sir, Director General IIST, IIP, IMR, Mr. Murli Iyer, sir, Global Executive Advisor, SAE International, Mr. Danesh Warad, sir, R&D Lead, AV Tech, Mr. K. Venkat Raj, sir, Deputy Director General, SAE, Mr. Sanjay Nibande, sir, Deputy Director, ARAI, Mr. Mukesh Tiwari, sir, CAO, IST, IIP, IMR, Dr. V.R. Raghuvesh, sir, Principal, IIST, my fellow colleagues and the youth of today are students. I, Shweta Bhairani from Corporate Relations, extend a very warm welcome to one and all present here on behalf of IIST. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमयेति शब्दता नमस्तस्ते 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 नमो नमः. To evoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, may I request dignified guests and dignitaries to please come on the dais. Sir, please.
शिशु है अज्ञानी माता, इन चरणों का प्यार दे। तेरा पानी तार दे, तार दे, तार दे, माँ सरस्वती शारदे, माँ सरस्वती शारदे।
Thank you, sir. This goddess, who in all things exists as the very form of God, we bow to you, we bow to you, we bow to you again and again. Flowers are the best way to welcome, and at the same time, they are token of love and respect. To formally welcome our guest, may I humbly request Mr. Arun S. Bhatnagar, sir, to please extend floral welcome to Mr. Murli. A warm welcome for Sir, please. Thank you, sir. I humbly request Dr. V.R. Raghuveer, sir, to please present a bouquet to Mr. Danesh Warad, sir. A huge round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. May I humbly request Dr. A.P. Singh, sir, to please extend floral welcome to Mr. K. Venkatraj, sir. A warm welcome, please. Thank you, sir. May I humbly request Mr. Arun S. Bhatnagar, sir, to please give the welcome address. A huge round of applause, please.
Respected Mr. Murli, Iyer, sir, Global Executive Advisor of SAE International, Mr. Danesh, Warad, sir, R&D of AFTEC, Mr. Venkatraj, and other eminent guests from our Mahindras and Mahindras. It is my immense pleasure to welcome you all. And 5 minutes before, this pleasure has become thousandfold when Mr. Iyer, who is the distinguished guest of today, is my senior in Meerut College. And I am delighted to welcome him here. It was my immense pleasure that today personality like Mr. Iyer is here, and that too from my own college. So it is I'm very much happy, and if I had been aware that you are coming, we could have asked you to give more time to us. But in your next visit, we would like to invite you here, and you must stay with us and shower your blessings and your guidance to our students. In today's technology world, every day some changes are taking place. As far as I am a student of economics and management, so it is very difficult for me to speak before very eminent speakers of mechanical engineering. But what we are seeing, that artificial intelligence are being used, and it's the era of electrical car, Tesla. In my recent visit to USA, I have seen, and I must understand and try to understand the mechanism of new cars. So things are changing very rapidly. Fortunately, Mr. Iyer is here, and he will give you the real insight of what is happening in international space in mechanical engineering. And so Mr. Danesh Warad, who is expert in IC engines, how the new shapes is taking place. I will not take much of your time. And again, I am very thankful to my CEO, Shri Mukesh Tiwari ji, that we have established a very strong relationship, not only with Mahindras, but with Baja also. So he is our representative to Baja, and I wish you all the best for your next event, which is going to start, I think, from 27th. So our students are taking part as volunteers also this time, and we have established we have given a space to the Baja, and they are running their office from here. I welcome you again, and let the session begin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are privileged to have with us today Mr. Murli Iyer, sir. Before inviting Sir to address you all, would like to give you brief about him. Mr. Murli Iyer sir has worked and consulted for over 40 years with a number of organizations in the areas of international business development, corporate planning, strategic marketing, and cross-cultural negotiation. He holds an MBA in International Business from the Rochester Institute of Technology, New York, and a Bachelor of Science degree in India. He also holds an advanced Russian language degree and has studied Russian at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, University of Texas in Austin, and US government agencies. He is masters in the international relations, business strategy, automotive, entrepreneurship program management, product development, public relation, and marketing strategy, manufacturing marketing, and project management. Without taking much of your time, I humbly request Sir to address the audience. So please, a warm welcome for Sir, please.
Well, good afternoon, my dear friends. Can you hear me? All right. Okay, wonderful. There is energy in the audience. Okay, I'd not like to stand here and give you a lecture. Rather, I would like to talk to you as one of your friends, and I would like to take you on a very exciting journey. But before I do so, as Mr. Bhatnagar said, this is a reunion of a 40-year-old friendship. So I never expected that I would meet my fellow college friend here in an absolutely unthinkable place. So thank you very much for having me here with you and showering us with your hospitality. Thank you once again. The thing that I want to tell you is, I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I have been with SAE International for last 23 years. This is my 24th year. And my prime job is to advise my CEO and my president on strategic and critical global issues. SAE is an international, or rather global, technical society present in over 100 countries. We have about 140,000+ members in all these countries, in the areas of automotive, aerospace, commercial vehicle, off-highway, and so on and so forth. So I will take you through this journey so that you know what SAE is all about, what is the connection between SAE International and SAE India, what is this Baja and other things that are coming over, what is the purpose of being part of that, why it is important for you, and so on and so forth. So it will be a 15-minute presentation, but I don't want it to be a monologue. So please stop me if you have any question, any clarification. I'll be very happy to answer you. So, can somebody help me with the slides? When I say next, you can just go to the next. So, as I said, SAE International, which is the parent organization of SAE India, is located in the United States. Way back in early 1900s, there were a number of automotive companies in America that were producing auto components or auto vehicles for various industries using different standards. So a visionary named Henry Ford, I'm sure that all of you must have heard of it. So visionary like Henry Ford and Wright brothers, the inventors of the aircrafts, they all sat together and they said, why are we having that many standards? Why are we manufacturing components that have got so many specifications? Can't we all sit together and come to a consensus where we can have common standards for all of us? This will save us money, this will improve our quality, this will improve the reliability of our products. And everybody said, yes, that's a great idea. Thereby, in 1905, Society of Automobile Engineers was born. Very soon, this idea caught up, and the American Auto Aero Society also joined this society, and it became Society of Automotive Engineers. Automotive meaning self-propelled. So anything which is self-propelled comes under the definition of automotive for us. So SAE International was thus conceived and became very soon the landmark to-go organization for all the mechanical, electrical, civil, and other engineers, because we have the largest repository of knowledge on mobility engineering with us. So I will also tell you during this journey what exactly we do and what are our competencies. But our main mission, as you can read there, is this is the key word for the benefit of humanity. So it's very altruistic in nature. We are here to provide you tools, information, knowledge, so that engineers like yourselves can then help your companies produce cars or aircrafts that are not only reliable, that are not only environmentally friendly, that are not only cost effective, that are not only cheap or inexpensive, but they are also serving the mass at a large. So that's how when you serve your organization with the knowledge that you have gained through SAE's tools, you are producing things that is ultimately going to serve the humanity. So it's a very important vision that we have for ourselves. And the vision is finally that SAE all over the world should become to-go resource for all the engineers for any knowledge related to mobility engineering. Is that clear? That's what we are, and that's how you will be by associating yourself with SAE India's activity. Next. So, read this slide. So, SAE India and SAE International, they are actually mirror organizations. SAE International is a non-profit organization. As I said, that we are not in the market to make any money, but we run our organization in a very professional manner. There are about 400 staff members working in various activities of SAE International. SAE International is an enterprise with a $100 million turnover. Basically, we are creating leaders who can then work in the areas of automotive, automated vehicles, connected vehicles, in the area of education, and so on and so forth, with the aim of creating safe, clean, and accessible mobility. Next, please. These are the ends that our board has created for ourselves. So I will not read all of them, but you can see the SAE is known all over the world as a neutral forum, where technical matters could be discussed, technical standards could be developed for the benefit of the society, for the benefit of the entire humanity. And this is what we try to do in India as well. About 24 years, 25 years back, I came to India with the agenda. My board had done a global survey on a worldwide basis, and they found that there was a lot of interest in India, China, Russia, and Brazil, what we call as BRIC countries. Brazil, Russia, India, China. And now we call it BRICS because South Africa is also part of it. They said that there is a lot of interest in these countries to have SAE or SAE type activities. So the board told me, well, this is your job. Go to these countries and establish SAE's presence. So one by one, I took up the challenge, and I came to India in 1995. And lo and behold, at that point of time, a young man was also returning to India, whom I had appointed as my advisor in India, and his name was Dr. Pavan Goenka. I'm sure that you would have heard of this name. Dr. Pavan Goenka is currently the managing director of Mahindra & Mahindra. He was returning from General Motors after having had a wonderful inning with General Motors in the research and development area. He was coming back, and I said, Pavan, why can't we create SAE in India? And he said, of course, come over and let's talk. So we came over here with an SAE high-level team and talked to him, and then that was the beginning of SAE's journey in this country. So in 1996, we created an SAE section or chapter, whatever you call it, in Western India, in Pune, and right at ARAI. I hope you know what ARAI is. It's the Association of Automotive Research Association of India, which does all the homologation and testing and research and all that. So from there, with a very modest number of about 100 people, over the last 20 years, we have grown into a reasonable sized organization. Today, I think we have, and Venkiya sure will talk later about it, we have about 4,000 professional members and about 45,000 student members. So it's a very impressive figure. We have sections in practically every part of the country. If not section, then there's a division. Indore is also perhaps a division, I guess. So SAE's reach is now pan-India. It's everywhere, wherever there is a need for technical knowledge or technical standards, SAE is there. And SAE is trying to reach every nook and corner of this country. The other thing that we are very much involved in is lifelong education. I will talk about it a little bit later, but STEM that you see here stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So we are also devoted to promoting the study of engineering, math, and science. And there is a program under that which is called AWIM, A-W-I-M, a World in Motion. This program was introduced by me in this country many years back on a very modest scale. And today, I think hundreds of schools are using AWIM program. We have national Olympics for AWIM. Thousands of kids have been benefited. The idea is to give the kids a small kit. With the help of the kit that they receive, they work in small groups and create a vehicle that goes from point A to point B, carrying a certain load. But the idea is just not create the toy kit into a vehicle, but also to learn to work in teams, to demonstrate your leadership skill. So it's very nice to see when these kids are talking like, I am the project manager of this team, I'm the finance manager, I'm the marketing manager. It's very good to see their interaction. At the end of that exercise, they also make a presentation to the jury, which consists of all our volunteers from SAE India. So it has been a very, very beneficial program for the Indian mobility community, but also it has been in other countries as well. Now, I will talk about, let's go to the next one, and I will talk about our main competencies. Again, go to the next one. Basically, SAE International is a global organization. Just like SAE International, there are other 37 societies all over the world. But compared to the SAE International, they are like absolutely, practically they are nothing. So we are the largest in size. We are also part of a body called FISITA, which is an acronym called FISITA, which is the Federation of International Automotive Societies. We are the largest member there, and SAE India is also a member of that global society. But it's a $100 million turnover organization. We call it enterprise. We have two other sister organizations called PRI, Performance Review Institute, and another one is called ITC. They are involved in aerospace industry for quality assessment programs and also working with the US government. Now on the right hand side you will see we have presence in several countries in terms of SAE chapters or sections, but we also have two of our key strategic alliance partners. One is SAE Brazil and other one is SAE India. SAE India is the largest strategic alliance partner of SAE International, the largest number of members and the largest number of activities. Next one, please. This is the presence. If you see on the globe, I have created SAE's presence in all these countries, and most of them are running very, very successfully. We are very proud and very happy to see that SAE has got spread over all these important countries where automotive industry is existing. Next one. Go to the next one. SAE today is in every sector of mobility. When I say mobility, that means ground vehicles, aerospace, we are in the air, the space, and also commercial vehicle, off-highway like tractors and so on and so forth. So we are covering the entire gamut of mobility engineering. Next one. In the aerospace area, you see here two very important words, standards and meetings. So now I will talk about the prime competencies of SA International and why you should be a part of it. SA International is known all over the world among the engineers primarily for their standards. SAE standards are used all over the world. Our ground vehicle standards and aerospace standards are the standards that are developed by engineers like yourselves who are working in various technical committees. There are about 1,200 technical committees having 14,000 members from all over the world, representing companies from General Motors to Benz to BMWs to Toyota to Honda to name a company, and their representatives are there in various committees. They all collaborate, they all break their heads together, and they say, let's either develop new standards, or let's review the existing or old standards, or let's eliminate old standards that are no longer relevant, or whatever the new challenges are. So these standards are developed on a consensus-based practice. So I would encourage, if any one of you is interested, please go to SAE's website and look for these technical committees. You'll get a lot of information. Now, when it comes to aerospace area, SAE is undisputed leader in the world. All over the world, SAE standards are used in the aerospace area. As far as the automotive area is concerned, SAE standards are used mostly as reference standards in this country because of some political reasons. There is another organization called ISO, International Standards Organization, where SAE is again a major player. But nevertheless, they all follow SAE standards. So you can see that our core competency is in the area of development of consensus-based standards. And I'll request all of you to have a look at it. These standards are available through various medium. And also you can buy them. They are in hard copy, soft copy, and whatever. Everything is available. I'll talk about meetings a bit later. Yeah, let's go. In the automotive area, every once in 2 years or 3 years, we look at the new challenges that the world is facing, and then SAE gears itself to meet those challenges. So right now, these are the areas like environment, safety, fuel, traffic congestion, and now electric vehicles, autonomous vehicles, vehicle-to-vehicle connections, autonomous driving, various levels of autonomous driving, battery charging. All these are new areas where SAE is deeply involved. So in the automotive sector, we are practically covering every aspect of the latest subjects. Next one. In the off-highway area, we are working with companies like Komatsu, Caterpillar, John Deere. These are all, John Deere is also one of the biggest I think supporters of SAE's activities in India also. So we are working on the tractor area. There's a big event called Tifon here in India, I believe. And that's getting very, very popular among off-highway people. But in that, we are creating a lot of technical information for the usage of standards and also various events for the benefit of the off-highway commercial vehicle industry. We also work very closely with the military and defense area. Again, coming back to standards, we have, this figure is a little bit old, we have 45,000 plus standards in our repository. So one can have access to these standards through various ways. Mr. Venkat Raj, who is the Deputy Director General of SAE India here, he is the staff leader of SAE India here. So if anybody is interested in learning about standards, how to have access to them, how to buy them, how to refer to them and all that, he will be very happy to help you. So you can always talk to him. But these standards are pertaining to, I'm not going to read this, you can all read, but these are the areas that are all focused for the standards. Next one. This is the second competency area. The first one was development of consensus-based technical standards. The second area of our competency is lifelong learning. Now, SAE organizes number of events. A, professional development courses. We are bringing a lot of professional development courses to this country in collaboration with SAE India. So if you are interested in learning, let us say, latest about airbags, or if you want to learn about electric vehicles, or autonomous driving, or connected vehicles, then SAE would be able to work with you, bring the experts from United States or Europe or wherever, or SAE India itself has got a repository of experts in their own data bank, and they can organize for you these kinds of. So today's, I believe, technical presentation is one such effort in that area, talking to you on technical subjects or preparing you for a technical professional development course on a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day basis. So that's where we create that platform or forum where you can learn from the experts, from industry, from academia, and so on and so forth. So this is the training and education program that I was talking about. We can do these programs both on-site. That means if your company wants to invite the expert to come and talk, we can do that. If you say, no, we would like to go for a web-based training, that can be organized. If you say, well, our students are only available on Saturdays or only in the evening, and they would like to run on this particular subject, that can also be organized. So I say it does this on a global basis. We have programs that are constantly running throughout the day for various countries because of the time difference. The membership is a very important thing. As when you are part of a technical society or an association, you're also becoming connected to the rest of the world. So you should be very glad that when you become a member of SAE India, you automatically become a member of SAE International. Such facilities are not available elsewhere. So, you know, at a very, very modest price, you are getting the benefits of being associated with a global organization. And when you do that, you have ample opportunities about learning about technology resources, for your career enhancement, your professional development, and the most important thing is networking opportunities. We have a joke in SAE all over the world, and that is, if you want to have access to very important person or let's say some information that you're seeking pertaining to mobility engineering, all you have to do is to call fellow SAE member, and the chances are that you have to make 2 or 3 calls, and that's it. And then that particular person to whom you're talking would lead you on to that information or to the person from whom you need the information. So this is a very, very, very valuable tool that is available to you by being a member of an international organization. Next, please. I think I have covered this, but just to give you an idea that SAE India is doing professional development program, and we have this in China and Russia and so on and so forth, other countries as well. Now this is the one that I was talking earlier about, the World in Motion program. You can see how the kids from 5th, 6th, 7th grade, they all work together, create that jet toy, and they compete. And it's very exhilarating when you see these kids, you know, participating, the professors, the teachers, their parents, everybody gets involved. The volunteers spend their time, and they spend a lot of time with kids, just like this organization is spending time in promoting the engineering kids so that you can all learn, you can become better engineers. So this is very, very creditable, and I really thank Mr. Bhatnagar and his colleagues and all of you, the faculty, for supporting the SAE movement, the SAE activities, and SAE programs in this country. Next one. Not only AVIM, but 2 other programs that I brought to this country. One of them is called Baja, which of course tomorrow is the inauguration. We will be participating. We started very modestly. If Mr. Karupaya, please correct me, we had absolutely nothing. We started with ground zero. In Pitampura, with the help of the Ministry of Heavy Industries, we got this proving ground on an experimental basis. They said, okay, here is a barren land, take it, use it. We had nothing over there. Our kids used to come, they had nothing, no toilet facility, nothing. And from there, today, over the last several years, we have created a wonderful infrastructure. We have created a wonderful team of volunteers who are helping and working with this. Today, I believe more than 140, 145 teams are participating. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a very important announcement over there, actually, in the event. But these kids, those who participate, perhaps have already got some kind of a ticket from the industry to get a job. It has become so important today to be part of Baja event or the Formula event, which is called Supra in this country. Because today the employers just don't want a person who just has got 99% marks and has no hands-on experience. When I came 20 years back here and I went to various institutions, I found students had MS, some of them had PhD, but they have never opened with their hands, carburetor, they didn't know what it was, what is a machine, how does it operate, nothing, absolutely zero. So I appealed to a lot of corporate people, leaders, I said, unless you give them hands-on type of education, it will not be of any. If India has to become part of the global fraternity and we want to emerge as a global workforce, global force, then these kids need to be taken care of. They need to have an opportunity to dirty their hands. They have to have hands-on type of experience. And lo and behold, the industry listened, and today as a result of that, 20 years later, we have programs like Baja event, and we have Formula event, and these kids are also going abroad and participating in these events in different countries and winning laurels, which is fantastic for India. So I'm very happy. We also organize, SA is known all over the world for its events. We put on world's largest technical conference in Detroit. So I will take this opportunity of extending a very warm welcome to Mr. Bhatnagar. Please see if you can make it to, if not this year, maybe next year. Every year we organize world's largest technical conference on mobility technology in the city of Detroit in the 2nd or 3rd week of April, where more than 15,000 engineers and who is who, meaning all the CEOs or executive vice president level people come from over 60 countries to discuss technical issues. The papers presented at SA World Congress, which is called WCX, are world's best work. We had last year 1,600 papers that were presented. Simultaneously, hundreds of sessions were going on. Over a period of 2.5 days, people learned so much that they cannot learn over a lifetime. So this is something that I would warmly extend welcome to all of you. Please learn about it. If you get a chance, go over there. India should now be in a position to send delegations to go over there, visit it, see it with your own eyes, experiencing it yourself. There is no better way of learning about the mobility, because the state-of-the-art technology is displayed there and explained to you. The other one that we do is once in 2 years, but this year is a very exceptional year, we organize also an Aerotech conference, which is the aerospace-related conference. We are in discussion with the leaders of SAE India. The current president of SAE India is Dr. Bala Bhardwaj. Dr. Bala Bhardwaj happens to be the managing director of Boeing India. So it just so happens that his coming and our talking about the aerospace engineering are happening at the right timings. So we would like to bring this conference here. Next year we are planning to put this conference in India. Last year, India successfully organized a world conference called FICITA. FICITA 2018 was organized in the city of Chennai, and it was an extremely successful event where a number of foreign countries, a number of overseas participants, a number of overseas exhibitors participated, and it was out and out a great success. And the last one we have is called Commercial Vehicle Conference. It is organized in the city of Chicago. But we have organized that conference in India, in Chennai. It was called SimComVec. So perhaps in future we will also have the similar one in India as well. So you can see that SA India is replicating most of the models, most of the activities, most of the programs that we are having within the United States or elsewhere here itself. So you don't have to even spend money to go anywhere. You can just have it in the backyard of your house. So I'll encourage you to please get involved with SA India activities, because we've learned, have great networking opportunities and so on. Publications. SA is known all over the world for its publications. We have standard, we have proceedings, we have technical reports, we have books. So if you want to have access to any one of them, there is a tool called Mobiles. It's an electronic tool through which you purchase a license, and then you can have access to all SA information. Now if you want to have more information about it, you can always contact the SA India office, and Mr. Venki will be able to tell you more about it. Next one. The future. So, go ahead. in future, what is going to happen? One is taking the inspiration from SA International, where we had created a foundation for the benefit of, I would say, young kids or the kids who are in the engineering colleges. We created a similar foundation in India. It's called SA India Foundation. SA India Foundation has instituted a number of scholarships, a number of awards, a number of recognitions for outstanding work in the aerospace area, in the automotive area, and so on and so forth. For the best teacher, for the best student, so on and so forth, for development of your soft skill, hard skill, and so on and so forth. So please learn about it, apply there for those awards, and who knows, any one of you would be able to win those awards. It's every year, and it's a respectable figure. So I will also appeal to the corporate and other people over here to generously contribute to the SA India Foundation so that we can help others as well. This is the crux of all this long talk that I gave. Basically, what are we doing together? Go to the next one. So this is what recently, just a week back, when the SAE CEO and myself were together at the ARAI CEAT Congress, we signed what we call a memorandum of understanding or a intent of cooperation document with the leadership of SAE India. And we decided to do these things during the course of next 2 years. What are those? A, we will help SAE India growing with numbers, in membership numbers, and will continue to provide the membership of SA International to the members of SA India. In the student activities area, we'll continue to support the Baja event, the Supra event, the AVIM event. We will bring some more events in those series and help SA India and SA India members. We'll also help SA India with professional development courses. So we have already got signed a contract, and we are identifying the programs that will be suitable for the Indian corporate sector. We're organizing a conference, as I said, next year. We're planning to have an aerospace conference. The details are yet to be finalized, but in principle we have agreed that that is something that we should be doing now. We have, in the standards area, we are already talking to people in India for harmonizing of standards, more in the aerospace area than the ground vehicle area, because we know that ground vehicle area, already standards are being used by the industry. So there's not much to do over there. But in the aerospace area, India is emerging as a reasonably good force in future. So hopefully there will be a lot of interaction and harmonization of standards. And finally, publications. SAE members get an electronic access to a magazine from SAE International. But now that magazine is now being published by SAE India itself locally, once in a quarter. So that's a great resource. Please provide your articles, read that, give your articles, send your news items, and so on and so forth, so that the magazine becomes very rich in content. So with all these exciting things happening, I'm sure that all of you will have lots of opportunity, not only in developing your skill, not only improving your employment opportunities, not only improving your chances of going abroad and studying for masters or PhD, not only becoming very good engineers, but finally, I hope one day you will all be able to mentor your friends, your peers, your colleagues, your juniors, in the same way as SA is helping you. And finally, for what end? To serve the humanity, to help the society, to make reliable, safe, efficient, cost-effective vehicles. I hope you will all do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your enlightening words, sir. Our another eminent speaker of the day is Mr. K. Venkatraj, sir. Sir is Deputy Director General SAE India. Sir will be enlightening us on SAE operations in India. May I request sir to please take over the dais? A warm welcome for sir, please.
Respected Patnagaji, Principal, Dr. Karupaya, Sanjay Nimadeji, our executive advisor, and my dear young friends. Good evening. What are you expecting out of this talk? Okay, how many of you are SAE members already? Very good. Good to see. How many of you are related to mechanical engineering? Good. Anybody in electrical? Electronics? Okay. IT? Very good, very good. So how many of you are good? Good to see some ladies. How many of you are in the second year? Okay. Third? Kya baat hai? Final? And I'm sure almost all of you are Baja aspirants. Yes? No? Okay. So I'm going to keep this, thank you for the introduction, keep this talk very short and sweet. You can call me Venki. I play the role of CEO of SAE India. I wanted to leave with, yeah, you're right, madam. Deputy Director General is the official designation. I play the role of the CEO, that's all. She got a shock. Your introduction was nice, thank you. The idea is to give you what we do in SAE India, of course beyond Baja and Supra, correct? So I wanted to leave you with some of the numbers in case if you want to note down, if you want to know more about SAE India, you will have to know this number. Are you ready? Okay, so paper and pen. All set? So write this number 1, 4, 5, 4, 4. Repeat. 1, 4, 5, 4, 4. That's all about SAE India structure. One SAE India and 4 industry forums. Aerospace Forum, Automotive Forum, Off-Highway Forum, and Think Tank and Collaboration Forum. That is the 4. And 5 boards. You've got Finance Board, Mobility Professional Development Board, Meeting and Exposition Board. And Baja comes under which board? Any faculty advisors? Engineering Education Board. And then the new one is the Communication and Branding Board. So that serves the 5. The next 4 is the administrative function of SAE India, that is section. To simplify the matter, section is nothing but your states. Division is nothing but your districts. You can visualize our sections as states. SAE India is India, sections are states, and then divisions are your districts. So we have inaugurated 2 new divisions in the last 1 week. Mysuru is a division under Bangalore section, and Aurangabad is a division under Western section. And Indore is what? Indore is a division under Western section. So that serves the 4. So we finished 1, 4, 5, 4. What is the next 4? The next 4 is the committees. We are building a big building in Chennai in 7,373 square feet. And then we are improving the process. It's a constant process improvement. So we have a process improvement committee. Then we wanted to serve the faculty advisors and faculty of engineering institutions. So we have Faculty Development Committee, FDC. How many are there? So we also would like to recognize not only students, the faculty members of our SAE India fraternity and the young engineers industry captains. So we have recognition and awards committee which is chaired by none other than Dr. Karupaya of our Indore division. So that is 14544, and I'll leave you with some more numbers if you want to note down. Like Mr. Murli Iyer said, we have 4,000 professional members, 46,000 student members, and 457 collegiate clubs. How many engineering colleges AICTE has? If you go to aicte.org and then do a list of all the engineering colleges, of course barring IITs and NITs, they are central government institutions. How many are there? You should be knowing. Throw some number. 2000 nahi yaar. Thoda zyada hai. How many? 4,000? Thoda kam hai. 3,300 and odd engineering colleges, out of which 457 we have the collegiate clubs, which is approximately about 14% footprint in India. Okay, now the numbers are over. I would like to leave some messages for you, for the faculty members and students, and also for the management. And then I will end my talk. Number one, as student, I'm a student of second year mechanical engineering. What is it I can get beyond Baja? That has always been your question, right? So you can get to be the volunteer. You can also write a paper and present in many of the national conferences which we organize. You can also participate in many other programs nationally, Aero Design Challenge, Tractor Design Challenge, FE Cycle, Abhi bicycle design ho raha hai, aur kya? So you have the electrical vehicle design, you have REEV, range extended electric vehicle by Bangalore section. So there are many programs which are being conducted for you. These competitions will enable your employability and improve the intelligent quotient. Okay, I am from IT. Those two ladies are smiling. And what do we have? We are coming up with hackathon from Bangalore section. We wanted to do cyber security conference, and we wanted to do connected vehicle conference. These are all in the talks. So you could be part of that. So this is for the students. One is you can write paper, you can participate in competitions. Number three, you can participate in student conventions. I'll give you an example which is practical, which has happened in India. That will be useful to you. You probably know MLR Institute of Technology. That's in Hyderabad. Okay, they conducted the student convention. 2,000 people, 2,000 students attended, and they went through 50 different programs for an expensive prize money of 400 rupees each. And people cried when they could not win the first prize, because not for the prize money, but for the certificate. The students who have won the first 3 slots in many of these 50 competitions, including cybersecurity, hackathon, and AI, and many others, this is being conducted by Southern Section, their employability went up. You know what they are doing, MLR? MLR is doing, they have about 30 different sister institutions. They are doing a student convention on their own. It's like one chota student convention of SAE. So these are the things you could do with SAE. Now coming to faculty advisors, we are doing faculty development programs, and you could actually write books, technical books. Are you aware of MyTech Zone? Are you aware of Scopus? You are, because it matters to the career, right? So MyTech Zone is something similar. This is the SAE's paper evaluation system. So once your paper is approved, which is again tough, by the MyTech Zone, I've had examples that, sir, for last 3 years, nobody gave me project. No industry spoke to me. But the moment my paper got accepted in a particular conference through SAE's MyTech Zone paper evaluation system, I was invited from Ludhiana to Chennai to Coimbatore, and then there were a lot of research funding, that is industry funding, happened. So for faculty advisors, please contribute back to student, and also you can enrich. We are doing fine program. In fact, Western section is the first section to organize FINE, that is faculty development program with industry visits. Okay, John Deere was doing. Okay, what do we do for the engineering colleges? Engineering colleges found themselves improving their brand quotient by associating with SAE India. MLR IT is one example, and I can give you another example, MIT Pune. Then if you go up the north, lovely professional university. If you go to the east, then you have the Kolkata University. MPKV Agri University is associating with us for Tiffin. So there are many, many examples of these universities and technical associations, technical institutions seeking our help, and they're improving their brand, their placement value. Not only that, industry-institute collaboration also goes up. So my request to Tiwari Saab and Principal and Madam Corporate Relations is the following. We are doing vehicle dynamics workshop 3 kilometers away from the gate in Natrax, okay, sometime in March. So I urge you to depute the faculty advisors, and it need not be just Natrax or SA India program. It can be a combined program, IIST, Natrax, and SA India program, to bring in more people. What is the advantage? The advantage you get is you get to interact with the vehicle dynamics subject matter experts. Dr. R. Krishnakumar is coming, and then few people from Germany have confirmed, few people from US have confirmed. See, this is the beginning of the thread. You will be able to definitely improve your quotient. The second assignment which I would like to give you, now I am talking like a professor. Sorry. Second request I would like to seek from this institution, IIST, is to conceive and organize a national conference. It takes about 6 to 8 months in the area of vehicle dynamics, because you can leverage your ecosystem. Mr. Tiwaraji knows everyone in Natrax, and you're very near. So we can have it in the very same hall on vehicle dynamics, something related to vehicle dynamics. Please conceive a program 8 months down the line, 10 months down the line, and we will support you in terms of bringing in speakers. The support we require is logistics and accommodation and auditoriums and all that. By doing this, not only your popularity of the institution goes up, you will also get fantastic speakers from across the world. We are, in fact, in the process of signing up with some of the good or efficient universities. I'm finishing, so you don't have to go. Have a seat. I'm finishing in 2 minutes. You will get into the technical session. So we are talking to Fraunhofer. We are talking to IIT Madras. We are talking to Virginia Tech, US. We are talking to many other universities. And in fact, we have inaugurated the Mysore division, where I was just telling everybody that the IRI, Indian Rubber Institute, has put up a COE, Center of Excellence, with 15 crore capital from large companies like JK Tires and others in JSS Mysore. And we have a tie-up with them. We can offer courses in rubber technology. So already first course is conceived. I would like I would urge you to utilize or leverage the contacts of SAE India, the network of SAE India. So you don't have to feel that you are in one corner of the country. We are there. We are constantly looking for institutions which are forward-looking, and you have fantastic volunteers like Tiwari ji and Dr. Karupaya in Indore. So please leverage, start doing lectures, monthly lectures, have student executive council, and debate on a particular topic, ask for grants, and you can do many, many other things. So I'm going to finish this. It's already late, so 5 o'clock. Thank you and all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you for your encouraging words, sir. We also have with us today Mr. Danesh Warad, sir. Would like to give you brief about, sir. Mr. Danesh Warad, sir, is currently working with Evitech and consulted for over several years with a number of organizations in the areas of engine calibration, development and production, quality control. Mr. Warad holds a master's degree in thermal engineering from the PDA College of Engineering, Gulbarg, and another master's in business administration from Manipal University. Without taking much of your time, may I request sir to please address the audience? A warm welcome for sir, please.
I know you are getting bored and want to leave early and go to home and then enjoy your work, but definitely it is an enjoyable session. आपको मतलब ऐसा लगेगा कि you are learning something which is you are in part of your syllabus. ठीक है? So I'll give a brief introduction to the engine technology. You drive the vehicles. कार चलाना आता है सबको? गाड़ी चलाना आता है? So how the car moves, how the engine moves, or how you get a power from engine to the vehicle. मतलब आपका गाड़ी आगे कैसे बढ़ता है? That is the basic principle is of the engine. So now I'll give a brief introduction towards the basic engine, how it starts and how it is going to work, what are the basic components of an engine. So this is the basic content is about what are the basics of an engine, what engine contains. So the next is types of engine, what is meant by DI, IDI, naturally aspirated, turbocharged, intercooler. What is the basic of those things? How it works? What is the basic design principles in working the engine? Then what is the status of engines in 2018? In the sense, आज के मार्केट में कौन से इंजन है? आप ड्राइव तो करते हो लेकिन उसमें कौन सा इंजन लगा हुआ है, वो काम कैसे करता है, उसके बारे में थोड़ी जानकारी दे जाती है. Then you will come across the hybrid vehicles and electrical vehicles, which is a lengthy one. I'll take this part in the next session because it is most of the electronics and electrical drives which is going to create. So I'll just concentrate on two things, what is the engine and basics of the engine. See, engine you have heard about the component. How many are you from automobile? Mechanical? How many are from electrical? So basically, you heard about bore and stroke. पता है bore and stroke होता क्या? What is meant by bore? Diameter of a piston or diameter of a block. Okay, this is. ये जो लिखा हुआ ना bore, this is the diameter of this one is called a bore. What is stroke? The travel length of the piston from bottom center to the top dead center. What is swept volume? CC पता है, इंजन CC बोलते हैं, 400 cc, 500 cc, 600 cc. What is meant by that? It is nothing but a volume. It is bore stroke multiplied by 360 degrees. That is nothing but a swept volume or a CC. CC is nothing but cubic centimeter. Volume is called CC. Then the engine contains so many parts. Cylinder head, valves, then piston, connecting rod, crankshaft, and then bearings, cylinder block. So I'll explain one by one how the engine construction happens. These are the basic exploded view of an engine. So engine contains the basic block. This is called a foundation of the engine. In the sense, आपका जो भी engine है, अगर वो engine सही तरीके से चल रहा है, तो उसका basic है block. In the sense, जो आपका किसी भी building बनाने के लिए जो foundation होता है ना, तो similarly the block is the foundation of an engine. सारे forces, structures और जितने भी loads आते हैं वो इस पे आते हैं. Block. This is called block, and this is cylinder head. This is intake system. This is exhaust system, and this is called a oil pan. यहाँ पे lubrication के लिए oil storage. This is how the modern engine looks. This is the engine used in BMW car. इसका आप flywheel assembly time पे how the procedure goes. कैसे इसको building चालू होता है. This is a block, basic block which they take it on the line and then they'll assemble it with the all the structures like the galleries and all. Next comes the piston and the connecting rod assembly. This is a piston, this is a connecting rod assembly. Then it will go with the cylinder head. ये दो, this piston and connecting rod assembles on this each bore, four cylinders, four piston, four connecting rod assembly. Then after this one with the cylinder head gasket, they'll assemble a cylinder head. Next goes after engine assembly. If you take a cross section of that one, how it looks? It looks something like this. Connecting rod connected here through the crankshaft, piston, the inlet valves. On the other side is the exhaust valve. This is completely a cylinder head, and this is a camshaft. This after this one, you will get into a intake system. मतलब engine जो air suction करता है, that will come through the air intake system. Then this is a turbocharger, which is used in most of the today's engine. And this is how the final engine looks like. The complete engine with all the basic structures, with the advanced chains, flywheels and all this. This is the final assembly, how it looks like. This is a basic 4 working stroke of an engine. You know firing order? क्या होता है firing order क्या होता है? Firing order क्या होता है? What is 1324? जो firing order जो होता है, if you see here, initially it is blue, then it becomes in between red. Red is nothing but your firing starts in the cylinder. So if it starts with the first cylinder, then it is first one, then to the third, then to the fourth, and then to the, this is called firing order. पहले cylinder में first firing, then to the third cylinder, and fourth cylinder, and back to the second cylinder. So each stroke में एक power stroke होता है. That is why it is called 4-stroke engine. What are the basic 4 strokes of an engine? So the power stroke जब चालू होता है ना, उसको बोलते हैं कि firing stroke. Okay. The blue color indicates downwards is a suction stroke. If it goes back as with the blue and lighter red color, that is compression stroke. The complete red color is power stroke, and the exhaust and start of the intake is the exhaust stroke. Or if you have any questions, you can ask me in between, or you can ask me at the last, whenever you feel. So India में engine development कैसे हुआ? So we started with very old technology, engine technology, and then we went with the advanced technology. So अभी हम जो engine 2020 में जो engine आने वाले हैं, those are much more complicated, electronically controlled engine. There is nothing mechanically controlled. Everything is electronic controlled. जो aerospace technology में use होता था, वो सारे automotive technology में आजकल use होता है. So I'll start with this is called the IDI engine. IDI मतलब indirect injection engine. यहाँ पे जो firing होता था, that used to happen not on directly on the piston but before the piston. मतलब indirectly combustion होता. That is why it is called as indirect injection engine. Tata Indica जानते हो क्या? It started with this technology. IDI technology से first vehicle they started with the IDI technology. Tata Indica. Then they moved on to the next, that is direct injection. मतलब जो fire or injection a new technology called turbocharging of an engine. Turbocharger क्या होता है? तो एग्जाम्पल आपके पास टाटा इंडिका का कितने सीसी का इंजन है वो? स्विफ्ट कितने सीसी का है? 1248. तो 1248 सीसी इंजन अगर मैं इस टेक्नोलॉजी से काम करूंगा, इट विल प्रोड्यूस ओनली 58. अगर उसको मैंने टर्बोचार्जर यूज किया उसी इंजन से, इट विल प्रोड्यूस 75. मतलब आप टर्बोचार्जर यूज करके मिनिमम टू मिनिमम 20 to 25% इंजन का पावर बढ़ा सकते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई कॉल्ड इट इज अ टर्बोचार्जर टेक्नोलॉजी. Then in 2005 we came across CRDA का what is common rail engine. Common rail सुना? All engines today in the market are with the common rail. What is the benefit of this common rail? Common rail में होता क्या? This is a one rail. From the pump, fuel is injected into this one. It will be pressurized. From pressurization, it will send to the combustion. It is similar to the direct injection with the common rail. Now, this is called advanced technology of turbocharger. It is called VGT. You know VGT? Variable geometry turbo technology. Then we came across some improvements in BS3, BS4. Emission norms पता है आपको? BS3 क्या होता है? BS4 क्या होता है? So to achieve all these things, technology has evolved. The emission improve. What are the concepts of emission? Emission में होता क्या क्या? Emission में क्या? SOx, NOx, COx. SO, CO carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, NOx nitrogen oxide, HC hydrocarbons and PO particulate matter. मतलब जो फ्यूल इंजेक्ट करते हो जो अनबर्न्ड होता है, that is called particulate matter. So in 2020 your engine looks like something very complicated like this. Everything is electronically controlled with so many gadgets on this one, and the benefit of 2020 engine is it will produce less smoke, use better fuel and efficiency. मतलब आपका vehicle का माइलेज बढ़ जाता है. एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप 1 लीटर डीजल या पेट्रोल लगाते हो, तो at present engine 2015-17 engines will give you 12 to 14 kilometers or maximum 15 kilometers. But by 2020 your engine vehicle efficiency improves to 20-22 kilometers per year. तो इंजन में कुछ चीजें हैं जैसे कि लुब्रिकेशन है, एग्जॉस्ट सिस्टम, एयर इनटेक सिस्टम. So I just explain you about the lubrication system. Lubrication system क्यों चाहिए? Why you want a lubrication? Basically is to reduce the friction produced between the metal parts. So how the lubrication system works? This is oil is stored in the oil pan. It is connected to the filter, and from the pump it will flow to the filter. From the filter it will circulate to the all the system of the gallery. Rocker arm, piston rings, valves, and then crankshaft. This is how the simply it looks like this. Oil pan stored in the oil pan. Pump pumps the oil from the bottom to all the galleries. These yellow lines which is showing these are all oil galleries. Wherever there is a metal part contact, it is essential to have a lubrication over there, otherwise it will create a friction and chances of engine failure. So what is a turbocharger? How the turbocharger works? This is an engine. From here the exhaust gases, earlier if you don't use a turbocharger what will happen? अगर आपने इस्तेमाल नहीं किया तो ये waste energy waste हो जाएगा. they circulated back to a turbocharger. So this turbocharger from exhaust, it will go to the turbine. Turbine is connected with the wheels, and then this is a compressor. Compressor gets a fresh air from the air filter that will get compressed, and then it will fed to the back to the engine. So this will increase the efficiency and mileage of an engine. So this is how it looks like. Exhaust energy, red lines will fed to the turbocharger. Turbocharger drives. This will compress. The fresh air from here enters to the compressor. It will get compressed and then fed back to the engine. So it will increase the engine efficiency and mileage as well. What are the different types of turbocharger? This is simple turbocharger, where this is a turbine, this is a compressor. Compressor always handles a cold air. Turbine exhaust side always handles a hot air. These are different types of turbocharger. There is a new technology called twin turbocharger. I'll just explain you 2 minutes about this twin turbocharger. अभी ये जो firing order है ना 1342. At each stroke you get 13 and 42. 13 cylinder वाला 1 and 4 cylinder वाला will get a one time power, and 2 and 3 another time power. So means इससे आपका जो wastage होता था that will be reduced further. So that's why called it as a twin turbocharger. Single component works as a double turbocharger. This is a basic cooling system is required for engine. Cooling क्यों चाहिए? Why you need a cooling? Whenever there is a lubrication, friction produces heat. To reduce that heat, you need a cooling system in the engine. Otherwise, it will keep on heating and then the life of an engine will go down. This is a complete vehicle cooling system. Radiator है, fan है, उसके बाद इसका pump है. Then this is a coolant storage, and this is a AC component. It is called AC component. आप जो समर में जो AC चलाते हो, जो cold air, cold waves जो भी vehicle में circulate होता है, that will be through this one. And in winters you get a hot air. If you require to, अगर आपको heater चलाना है, then you will get a heater component. This is how engine gets the circulation. ये engine का water gallery से जो red lines जो दिख रहा है, then this hot water will be fed to radiator. Radiator is nothing but a simple heat exchanger where it cools the hot water into a cold water and then make circulated to the engine. So it is continuous closed loop cycle, keeps on continuing. And there is a one concept. This is called a thermostat. This regulates your water temperature. It has a capacity to control the water temperature less than 80 degrees Celsius. अगर 80 degree temperature बढ़ जाता है, so it will open and then circulate the cold water back to the engine. This is the major component of any cooling system. This is how the common rail engine looks. This is a fuel injection pump. Fuel from the tank will be received here. Then it will send it to the common rail. Common rail presses to about 1300 bar. From there it will be injected to the injector on the piston top. This is the basic common rail technology of the engine. In market, all engines are common rail. In today's market, all engines are common rail. I'll just skip it out. This is something called the fuel injection control. This is completely electromechanical system which works in common rail. Everything is controlled by the sensor. This is control unit is nothing but a brain of an engine. It regulates everything through the sensor. Nothing is there in the mechanical part. Everything is through the electronics. these are the different types of the engine drive systems. This is called SOHC. If you use a single camshaft, it is called single overhead camshaft. If you use a two camshaft, then it is called a DOHC. See, but you have seen 2020 engine, which is bit complicated. That complexity is because of these parameters. The engine contains, if you see the complete layout, the engine looks very smaller compared to the remaining system, because this is adding a complexity to your system. This DPF is nothing but diesel particulate filter, DOC is nothing but oxidation catalyst, and then SCR is nothing but a selective catalytic reduction. So this technology comes to India by 2020, where you will have all engines, trucks and passenger car with this technology. So what are the different applications of engine? Engine कहाँ use होता है? इंजन का इस्तेमाल कहाँ कर सकते हैं आप? ट्रक में कर सकते हो, then you use in passenger car, then you use in all terrain vehicle. आपने जो Baja में जो गाड़ी बना रहे हो, that is called all terrain vehicle. Then you use in ships, use in generators, use it for agriculture equipment, and you use engine in train as well. So these are the different technology developments. So I'll skip it to you. But this is one part which is very, very essential for you to understand. What is automotive electronics? Automotive electronics contains vehicle level electronics, engine level and transmission level electronics. So this is the beginning of an electrical vehicle where all electronics are controlled through the ECU. That's it from my side. If you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, that is, there are different technologies in combustion chamber geometry. That is called, the IDI and DI is a part of that combustion geometry. Now we are coming up with the new technology called HCCI, homogeneous charge compression ignition engines, where it will work as a the combination of petrol and diesel engine. So there is another called NOx absorption technology, that is porous combustion, जहाँ पे एयर का जो बबल्स वगैरह जो भी होता है वो ट्रैप हो जाते हैं, so that your NOx level will go down. There are technologies which are emerging. The one fastest emerging technology is HCCA, homogeneous charge combustion.
Sir, if we are planning to use hydrogen as a fuel, so what all changes can be seen in this?
So that is the part of electrification of an engine. If you are very keen, then I can explain, but others will feel bad because they want to go. That is very advanced technology. So instead of that engine, we use a hydrogen cells. Just I'll give a brief to this guy because he appears to be very enthusiastic. Instead of the engine, they use a hydrogen tank circulated through the air, and that combustion will take place, so it will produce some energy. That energy is stored in a battery. Battery will drive the complete electricity. That is called hydrogen cell. No, there is a reciprocating motion, but you don't use a diesel or petrol engine. Only hydrogen and air you use to produce the energy. Anything is there? Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Gratitude blossoms from soul. Though no words can express the gratitude we have for our guests for sparing their time, valuable time, and coming to our college and addressing our students, I modestly request Dr. A.P. Singh sir to please present a token of gratitude to Mr. Danesh Warad sir. A huge round of applause, please. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everybody, for your patience listening. Thank you.